want to talk about this list. I don't want to talk about this list. Okay, come on, Tony. Pull the trigger. Put yourself out of your misery. You don't deserve this pain. Ready? 1, 2. No bullets. No! Hey guys, the Black Critic Guy, and after my sad attempt at committing suicide, I'm here today to give you all my list of the top 10 worst animes I saw in 2015. Now, these aren't animes that specifically came out in 2015. These were just animes that I was requested to watch and review in 2015 that are just complete and utter garbage. I cannot believe I sat through these piles of shits. And for the very first time on this channel in 2015, I saw enough animes to actually form a legitimate top 10 list. That's how many shitty animes I saw this year. Just end it! End it! End it now! Looks like I can't take the easy way out on this one. So I guess, let's get on with the list. Not solving his own mysteries in the number 10 spot is Rampo Kitan, game of Laplace. I still don't know how to pronounce that word. But this was a really lackluster mystery. None of the mystery elements were all that interesting, and the main detective doesn't even solve his own cases. He's not an interesting detective. And I even asked you guys in my review for that if the character is supposed to be like that or they just really misrepresented him in this anime, and I still have yet to get an answer. But from what I surmised, I think that it's the latter and not the former. Maybe the detective is actually really good in the books and the anime just didn't do a decent job at representing him. And to think that this anime was made in the memory of one of Japan's most revered mystery writers? For shame. Having really confusing and unexplained powers at the number 9 spot is Glasslip. I vaguely remember anything from this anime. It was such a dull and forgettable experience. The only real thing I remembered about this anime were the powers that the two leads had and how creepy the main guy of the anime was. I mean, this guy is a freaking weirdo. Now, though I don't outright hate this anime as much as other people do, I do understand why people could hate this anime. There was so much potential for this anime to be something unique, something great, something entertaining. Hell, even the animation looked phenomenal, but the characters and story failed to deliver. It just comes off as your run-of-the-mill generic lackluster drama. Terrorizing the world at number 8 is Zonkyo no Terror, or Terror in Resonance. I got a lot of hate for my opinions about this anime. Everyone was like, what are you talking about, Tony? This anime was really great. But the problem was I didn't care about the characters or the situations that we're in. I didn't really care about their mission or what they were fighting for. Nothing really appealed to me, and I just found it overall And just because this anime was directed by the same guy who directed Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo, and Space Dandy does not mean that this anime will automatically be great. Even great artists can make some really crappy products, and that's what Zonkyo no Terror was to me. Having a very interesting and unique concept, yet falling short on its delivery, is my number 7 choice, Bigata HK. An anime that focuses on a very vain girl with the goal of having sex with 100 different guys. The comedic possibilities were endless. They could have taken this concept in so many different directions and show so many unique, diverse, and hilarious characters, but instead they decided to tell a generic story about this average dude that ends up with the vain girl, and they kind of have this awkward comedic relationship, and it's not funny, it's not interesting, and I felt no real bond with them. For a genre as derivative and by the numbers as the romantic comedy genre, this anime could have been a breath of fresh air, a new take on the genre. Instead, it decided to follow suit just like the rest of the other derivative and cliche romantic comedy animes like itself. Oh, and I thought the main character Yamada was a really unsympathetic, ineffectual bitch of a character. Fan service, great, right? not if you use it incorrectly like Girls Bravo did. The anime puts all of its focus on the fan service and nothing else. Nothing else. Not on the characters, not on the story, not even on the animation. The animation is piss poor, cheap, and lazy. If you were to rip out all the fan service elements in this anime, you would get an even more shallow version of this anime than you already got, because they focus so much on the fan service elements that they don't give enough focus and attention to the things that really matter in a romantic comedy anime. The characters, their relationships, their bonds, the comedy, the story, none of it gets any focus. Just let's throw some tits in your face. That's what you want to see, right? That's all you want to see. It's animes like Girls Bravo and my number one choice that make me really question whether or not I should be defending ecchi animes, or if there's even more to an ecchi anime. Oh god! My number 5 choice nearly killed my passion for watching and reviewing anime. It got so bad that I couldn't even do a legit review on it. I had to give you guys a video as to why I couldn't even finish the fucker. And that was Old Noah Zero. After putting up with just one season of Old Noah Zero, I was burnt out. I had enough. I just didn't want to watch any more animes. I needed to take a break. That's how bad this anime was, guys. It made me want to stop watching anime for a long period of time. Every single one of the characters in this godforsaken anime are so unsympathetic and underdeveloped. You could give half a shit about them. They could be in the most dire situations or even face death, and you'd be like, oh, okay, well, okay, they gotta face this one guy. Oh, that guy died? Okay, well, let's move on to this. Oh, he got shot? Okay, let's move on to this. Oh, she got her head chopped off? Okay, let's move on to this character now. The main villain's reasoning for attacking Earth makes absolutely no goddamn sense. A piss poor attempt at making the character come off as sympathetic. It just doesn't work. The story is unengaging. I didn't care about what was happening because there's just no weight to any of the situations. The only reason this anime is not higher on this damn list is because I didn't fully finish the anime. There's 2 seasons. I only saw the first season, and who knows, maybe the second season does redeem the first season. The story might be more compelling in the second season. Maybe the characters are much more sympathetic. Maybe the villain has a better reason than the one that he gave in the first season. Who knows? I wouldn't, because I didn't see the second season for fear that it would just be a repeat of the first, and I had enough of this anime. I didn't want to see a repeat of the first season. Not to mention that in the very first episode of the second season, they pull a major cop-out that made me go, done. Fuck you. I cannot believe you decided to do that. You had the balls to kill off a main character, then you bring him fucking back? Fuck you. Old Noah Zero, just stay away from me. Just stay the fuck away from me. You're the reason that I have such a negative opinion about mecha animes. You should be ashamed of yourself. Kicking ass in a very stoic way is my number 4 choice. The Irregular at Magic High School. Bang. You know, I used to be one of those guys that would always complain about how the main character, for as powerful as they present him or her to be, the fact that they can't easily defeat enemies that stand in their way. That is until I saw the Irregular at Magic High School and I understood why you shouldn't do that. Because it just makes everything come off as incredibly dull. There's no tension in the fight if the main character can easily defeat everything in his path. What makes an action hero or heroine so engaging and interesting is seeing them overcome adversity, facing trials and tribulations that puts their skills and strength to the test. And seeing them overcome all of these obstacles makes them also very relatable, as we also face a lot of trials and tribulations in our lives. When we see characters that can easily solve a problem like it's nothing, it just doesn't make it all that appealing. It's not interesting. There's no real weight to the situation because you know that the hero's gonna solve it anyway. He's gonna solve the problem, defeat the bad guy. There's just no real attachment, no real investment. And that is the main issue with the Irregular at Magic High School. They fail to understand this motif, and thus they fail to engage the audience. Damn it, I thought I was done talking about this fucking OVA, but nope, here we are at the number 3 spot, Skelter Heaven, from the same fuckers that made freaking Mars of Destruction. But funny enough, this one came out before Mars of Destruction. And after seeing this, I am completely baffled that somebody actually gave them another shot to make another OVA. I mean, the animation, the story, the characters, nothing about it really stands out. It is so bad that it's actually kind of funny. You gotta see my reaction to Skelter Heaven. If you want to see a guy just like go, what the fuck all the time, watch my reaction / review of Skelter Heaven. I mean, it's even worse than Mars of Destruction. Think about that. It's even worse than Mars of Destruction. Wanting to suck your blood and acting extremely creepy while doing it is my number 2 choice, Diabolic Lovers. A very fitting title for this anime, as every single one of the characters are fucking assholes. They're all deplorable characters. I never thought in a million bajillion years I would find something that would make me yearn to see Twilight instead of it. But Diabolic Lovers, whew, you take the cake. But ironic enough, the worst character to me in this anime was none of the vampires, even though they all acted like fucking jerks and their behavior was downright despicable. No, it was actually the main girl of the anime for allowing them to continue this bad behavior. Instead of like standing up for herself, she's just like, no, don't do it. Oh, no, don't hurt me, please. Don't bite my neck, even though I'm showing it right to you. Grow a fucking backbone. If you know you're in a terrible situation, get the fuck out of it. You want to be there. Just admit it. You're as despicable, as deplorable, and as much of a stupid ass character as any of those vampires, and you deserve them. And they try half-assedly to throw in a complex story into this anime that just doesn't work. I mean, understand what you are. You're not a really interesting or deep story. You're just fan service for horny high school girls to see really hot guys seducing a very bland, stoic girl. That's all you are, and fuck you. If you're one of the few people that actually likes this anime, that's fine. I understand. You probably like it for all the fan service element, to see hot guys sexually assault a very young girl, which is kind of creepy. I don't know what the fuck you're into. But if you like it because it has a deep story and interesting characters, I kindly ask you to get the fuck out of my face. Just get out of here. You don't understand what makes great characters or interesting story. Leave right now. And now, it's time. Number 1. The worst anime that I saw in 2015. I guess... Aiken! Oh. You know, as I was watching that anime, I was saying to myself, what if this is actually a parody of ecchi anime? You know, they're just making fun of the absurd nature of most ecchi animes. I even looked it up. I was like, maybe it is a parody. Maybe that was the intent. Nope. Nope, it's not the intent whatsoever. I looked all across the internet looking for proof that this was a parody anime, because it would have worked so well if it was a parody anime. But nope, it's an actual ecchi anime, like a legit ecchi anime. And I still to this day don't understand who the hell would find this anime so fucking attractive. Girls with such disproportionate boob sizes that look more disgusting than attractive. Hell, putting big tits on a little girl does not make her cute. Ask any lolly lover out there. They like them for their cuteness, not for their boob size. And many of you, after watching my review, were confused by my statement where I said that this OVA series should have just been a hentai and saved me the fucking trouble of having to review it. And what I meant by that is not only that I don't review hentai, but if it was a hentai, then I wouldn't treat it as a legitimate anime, because a hentai's purpose is not to tell a convincing story or have character development or have great animation or some sad scenes. No, its true purpose is to arouse its target demographic, the horny 15-year-olds that like to jack off to pictures of hot girls on the internet. That's all it is. It's masturbation fodder. But because it wanted to play with the big boys, I will treat it as such. And fan service can only take you 1/20th of the way. You can't put all of the focus on tits on screen. You need to have a story. You need to have interesting characters. You need to have good animation. You can't focus on fan service and let that carry your anime. It doesn't fucking work like that. Look, I've ranted about this fucker enough. I'm sick and tired of talking about Aiken, and it's just aching my body all over having to think about this atrocious piece of shit. If you want to hear me talk about this OVA series in more detail, just click the link right here. It'll send you straight to my rant. It's 17 minutes long. Have fun with that. And you see me die at the beginning. I get sent to hell because that's how bad this anime is. It is so bad that I died after watching it. I was sent straight to hell where there was no internet, and that is why Aiken is the #1 worst anime I saw in 2015. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was my list of the top 10 worst animes I saw in 2015. And I would love to know what you guys thought about my list. Did you agree with it? Did you disagree with it? Did you feel like I left any other shitty animes out? And let me know, what is the worst anime you personally saw in 2015? Comment below. Let me know. Stay tuned tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for my end of the year BCG live chat on younow.com. I have a link sent to you guys immediately once it comes out. And also, tomorrow is not only the last day of the year, but also the last top 10 list I have for you this year. And that is on my top 10 best animes I saw in 2015. So stay tuned for that. And also, I have a very special video for you guys on the 1st of January, kicking off the year in style. So stay tuned for all of those. And until then, guys, if you'd like to see more videos on this channel, be a part of the Black Critic crew, please hit that subscribe button below. Like this video if you really enjoyed it. And I'm Tony II, sick of these fucking animes, and I'm never gonna talk about them again as the Black Critic Guy. Till then, peace, YouTube.